Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Gracious God, creator of the universe, and yet the lover of my soul. Alpha and Omega, and yet I can call you friend. I don't have to beg you for anything, but I can thank you for everything. God, I thank you because this is the day that you have made, and I can rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for this day of magnificence and glory and splendor. God, I thank you for life, health, and for strength. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for peace, love, and joy. I thank you for the essence of you that envelops me right now from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. We thank you for this day of manifestation. We thank you for the day of revelation. We thank you for the day of impartation. We thank you as you move in the midst of your people to bring us to the greatest times that we've ever seen since the foundation of the world. Thank you, Lord, that for this time and for this season, you've allowed us to be a part of your move in the face of the earth. I thank you, God, for the revolution that you're bringing forth, God, even in the midst of the earth right now. And I thank you for the opportunity to be a part of what you're doing in this hour, because in the last days, saith God, you said you would pour out your spirit on all flesh. And so now we thank you for the pouring out. God, I thank you for the rain and the move of your spirit. I thank you for fresh oil. I thank you for new wine. I thank you for the new thing that you're doing. I thank you now that it does spring forth. I thank you, Lord, that you've called us to be the head and not the tail. You've called us to be above only and not beneath. You've called us to be the lender and not the borrower. You've called, God, that our storehouses would be full and increase. God, I thank you because even I decree and declare that the people under the sound of my voice, even now, are moving in the might of your strength. not by might nor by power, but by your spirit. I thank you for those that are the sons and daughters of God that are called because they walk not after the flesh, but after your spirit. I thank you for the rising up of the people of your kingdom. I thank you that your kingdom come. I thank you that your will be done, even now in earth as it is in heaven. I thank you, Lord, because you are moving in the midst of your people mightily as never before. Raise us up, oh God, to the standard of what you've called us to be. God, I thank you for the standard of greatness. I thank you for the standard of holiness. I thank you for the standard of moving as the sons and daughters of yours, and not as vagabonds, not as those that never knew you, not as those that are confused and confounded, but God, those that know who they are in you. I thank you for the knowing. I thank you, God, for knowing you. I thank you for knowing your presence. Thank you for knowing your Holy Ghost power that gives us the ability to be successful. Your anointing that gives us the power to rise up and be called blessed. Thank you for that is in us. Thank you, God, for all things that pertain to life and godliness. Thank you because we are not confused. We are not deceived. And we thank you for that clarity of mind and the clarity of vision that allows us to walk forth as kings and queens, as princes and princesses in the kingdom that walk in the earth. We thank you that we are your beloved, and we rise up as the apple of your eye. We rise up, oh God, as those that you love with all of your heart. And God, we love you back. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for soundness of spirit. I thank you that healing is our bread. Healing is our deliverance. By the stripes of Jesus, we're already healed. And we speak forth that healing even now for those that need it. Thank you, God, for every stripe that was taken. Thank you for the bruising. Thank you that he was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. God, with those same stripes we declare and we speak healing in Jesus' name. We give you glory, we give you peace, we give you honor, we give you blessing, we give you might. We ascribe all of these things unto you because they are yours. Thank you, the fruit of my lips giving thanks unto your name, ever giving you all that is yours. Glory, honor, power, dominion, majesty, it's yours. I decree it and I speak it. In the mighty name of Jesus, it is so. Amen and amen. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to welcome you to today's edition of Yes You O Cubed. It's one-on-one, just me and you. I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman, and I am so glad to have you with me here in the studio this morning on this fine day, y'all. Today is Thursday. Yes, it's a thriving Thursday, and the date is January the 27th in the year 2022. And I don't know about you, but I'm happy to be alive. I'm just real happy to be alive and here with you on this morning. Because listen, it's great things happening every day. I tell you what, already this morning, I want you to know I have had phone calls, y'all, about Grandpa Holmes's chair. I am dying. I am just absolutely positively cracking up. So listen, I got the saints out here, and I just want you to know, Grandpa Holmes's chair, that thing has gotten serious, y'all. They ain't playing. They like, looky here. Shelly Thunder, listen. Let me tell you, sis. And y'all know, anybody that's in the Lion's Den, y'all know all of this is in love. There's no venom in this at all. This is just fun play and having a great time. Shelly Thunder, you've been called out.
They're coming after your thunderclaps, girl. They're coming after your thunderclaps. The bishop, yes, the bishop, Ronald B. Andrews, this morning. He told me, he said, you tell Sister Thunderclaps I'm after her. I'm walking heavy and I plan to get her out of that chair. So listen, y'all better pay attention. Y'all better pay attention. I tell you, who wants some of this? Shelly Thunder, they don't want none of those. They don't want none of your smoke. They don't want none of your thunderclaps. They don't want none of your lightning. I got two phone calls about Grandpa Holmes's chair. So let's get started right there. And then we go, listen, Shelly said, y'all don't want none of this smoke. Y'all really don't want none of this smoke. Bishop Ronald B. Andrews, there he is. He said, good morning. I'm going to get there one day. Listen, he's a man of faith. The name of his ministry was Faith Temple. He's the one I told y'all the Lord raised this brother literally from the dead after being pronounced dead. Bishop is after you, Shelly Thunder. And he's a man of faith. And I just have to say, I think he's going to get there. Faith. Just a little bit of faith. It don't take a whole lot. Just use the little you got. So listen, be it well understood. Try to be nice to the saints and still. Girl, I'm trying to tell you, they are not playing. That's Mr. Integrity, Mel Holiday. That is Mr. Integrity himself. And Mr. Integrity, now, you know he's not going to do it by hook. He's not going to do it by crook. He's going to do it honestly, because that's the kind of man that he is. But he is serving notice in the lion's den. He plans to get that chair. I'm dying. Listen, that was the best call. When I got that, when my phone rang, you know, usually early in the morning, if I get an early in the morning phone call, it's not a good phone call. But listen, Bishop Ronald B. Andrews came in here. He called me bright and early this morning about that chair. I said, man, the saints are so serious about this chair. MCP 812, you hear this conversation? Two Tams, y'all hear this conversation? This chair got folks riled up. You hear me? Folks are stirred. They done stirred. Shelly Thunder, you done stirred up the gift. Listen, you said it's not you they got to worry about. These saints are in here. Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? So listen, here we go. Let's go ahead and see who got Grandpa Holmes's chair today. Because I'm telling you, oh man, this chair is giving me life. Grandpa Holmes never knew him coming down them steps with that. Listen, and I'm gonna tell you what, he'd give us 50 cents, or, you know, they used to have the dollar, the coin, the dollar that came in the coin, that silver dollar. And that wasn't no chump change back in the day. So who knew that when Grandpa Holmes, and surely by now, Grandpa Holmes would probably be pretty near 200 years old. you know, I'm exaggerating, but he would be up there because Grandpa Holmes was old when we were little kids. And so listen, I tell you what. Grandpa Holmes is giving life even yet today. What did you say, Kim Possible 711? As long as we speak their names, they still live and walk and talk and breathe amongst us. So listen, Grandpa Holmes is alive and well, because y'all keep Grandpa Holmes going. I ain't playing. So listen, you know what we do. You know how we do it. Let's get this party crack-a-lacking, and let's look at whose lips, hips, and fingertips actually made it into this chair. This chair. The power of this chair is just unbelievable. Here we go. So the third person that got their lips, hips, and fingertips in the Grandpa Holmes's chair this morning, and I'm gonna put the picture up so y'all can see him real good. None other than Bishop Ronald B. Andrews, you are the second runner up to Grandpa Holmes' chair. Go ahead and put your lips, your hips, and your fingertips on the love seat, Bishop. You don't get the chair. We're going to put you in the love seat today. We're going to put you in the love seat today. And congratulations for that valiant effort. I mean to tell you, Bishop ain't playing. Bishop, now he doesn't have access to Discord. He doesn't have all that stuff. So he said, listen, I'm going to text you. I'm going to text you at midnight. Let me tell you what, Bishop Ronald B. Andrews has a solution as well, because he said, listen, sis, he had this brilliant illuminated thought after we had hung up. He called me back again. I hung up that phone in tears. When I tell you I was in stitches, that phone call this morning, and Bishop is a funny man. He will have you rolling. He will bust you'll bust a gut with Bishop because he's funny. He and his wife, Georgianne. So, you know, I loved it. Got to going, was moving around. Next thing I know, my phone was ringing again. It was Bishop Ronald B. Andrews. Yes, Mr. Integrity. Mr. Integrity had the bright idea. He said, listen, this is what we need to do, saints. This is what we need to. And it reminded me, y'all know how it used to be at church back in the day when they had the king and queen of the chairs up there in the pulpit. He said, we need to have two chairs side by side. We need to have one chair for the men. And one chair for the women. One Grandpa Holmes' chair for the men and one Grandpa Holmes' chair for the women. Y'all know I cracked all the way to my studio. I was hollering because that thing was funny to me. That thing was fun. Thank God for the love chair. Come through, Bishop Andrews. Thank God for the love seat. Oh, y'all, I'm telling you, this is all about Grandpa Holmes' chair. Y'all got me dying up in here. And the second, or actually the first runner up, the second person to get in the Lion's Den this morning was Miss Fabulous, also known as Mel Holiday. You did that thing, girl. You did that thing. You got up in there this morning and made your way and got your lips, hips, and your fingertips in Grandpa Holmes' chair. No, the love seat. Let me get you in the right placement, in the love seat, because this is who actually got Grandpa Holmes' chair on this morning. None other than Shelly Thunder. You are the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair at 12 o'clock. Look at that. Put them emotes back up. Shelly, you are the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair. Congratulations to you, sis. And they are after you, girl. They are after you. They are not playing. Look at that thunderbolt. Look at that thunderbolt. She is doing her thing up in here. So yes, Shelly Thunder, you are the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair. And all I can say, sis, is that they're after you, girl. They are after you. Woo, hoo, hoo, hoo. Do you hear the footsteps behind you, girl? They after that chair. But I appreciate you guys, because truly you guys bring so much love and so much energy and so much comedy into the Lion's Den. That's my girl right there. That's my girl right there. And I got to give her thunderclap. She's also a moderator here in the Lion's Den who does a fantastic job of taking care of the Lion's Den. And I appreciate you for that. These moderators, put that mod love up there. Put that mod love up there, y'all, because this is what they do. Also, with their fearless leader, the Rebel Inc., I tell you what, I just could not make it without these ladies. As you can, you don't know, but my studio moved on this week, and I tell you, the Rebel Inc. has been in here in my studio putting it together. She leaves and she comes back and she does a little bit more, and she leaves and she comes back and she does a little bit more. I just want her to know I appreciate her for taking care of the Lion's Den and for taking care of Spiritual Thought Leader and all the stuff that I don't know how to do. And then, of course, they're flanked by this beautiful, beautiful sister. They're all gorgeous. None other than Michelle Brownell. I call her my quiet storm. So I've got the prophetess. Yes, I do. And then listen, I've got Faithful in the Rebel Inc. And then I've got the Quiet Storm in Michelle Brownell. And I tell you, I just appreciate these three beautiful ladies. They have beautiful spirits, beautiful souls. They will flow and prophesy. They all flow in the prophetic. And so, you know, that's the way we roll over here in the Lion's Den. Because listen, we can laugh and play and he and kiki, but when the spirit comes in, these sisters get to flowing, all of them. And I love it. I love it. I love it. That's the righteous part. Then you got the ratchet. And so let's see. I think we got Thunderclap. I think we got Chocolate Testimony. Y'all help me. What was Michelle's? Y'all help me on Michelle's because after they get finished prophesying, they get on the pole. I gotta write Michelle's down because I don't remember it just yet. But listen, they do it all up here in the Lion's Den, and I appreciate them. Y'all give them all kinds of mod love and mod appreciation. And here in a very, very soon, and not too many days hence, Cinnamon. It was Cinnamon something. Help me with it. Yes, come through, come through. We're gonna come through, and we're gonna bless these ladies. Cinnamon Kiss. Y'all guessing all over the place. We're gonna have to ask Michelle to update us on that name, because we got to get all of y'all's names. We got the righteous and the ratchet names. So, you know, I told Jesus it would be all right if he changed my name. Y'all ain't ready for me this morning. Here we go, y'all. You knew that the pole lessons were needed, Mel. I think you the one that just kept on insisting on the pole that we finally installed that joker. So, you know, you give yourself props on that one because you did that, Mel. You did that. And I want to congratulate you for your blessing that you received as well. Now, listen, and I'm talking to Mel. I'm glad because God is doing great things here in the Lion's Den. And I'm very serious about that. We talk, we laugh, we play, but we also see the move of God in here. And as she said to me concerning a blessing that God gave her recently, God happened, and that came from none other than our sister Stacy 546. God happened, and you're going to be seeing that more up here in the Lion's Den as time progresses on. Now let's get this music crack-a-lacking and let's get this party started. Yep, Cinnamon Kiss, was that it? Shelly Thunder? Okay, I'm gonna have to write that down so I can lock that in my head. I gotta lock that in my head. In the meantime, come on, you know how we do this. We say good morning to everybody because I appreciate your time, your presence here in the Lion's Den. So go ahead and get your coffee cup out. Get your coffee cup out. Get your coffee cup out. Here we go. I want to say good morning to you, Shelly Thunder. I want to say Dana Marie 90, good morning to you and welcome back. I want to say good morning to the Rebel Inc. I see you. I want to say good morning to MCP 812. Hugs and love and all kinds of kisses coming your way. Auntie Diddy, I see you this morning. Mel Holiday, I see you. Miss Fabulous, I see you. SK8843, I see you. Sheila Miles, I see you. Kai Chick is working and lurking. That's my girl. I see you. And thank you so much for lurking and working. I appreciate you for being in the Lion's Den. Mr. Integrity, known to you all as Bishop Ronald B. Andrews, I see you and thank you so much for bringing me laughter this morning. I was tickled. I was so tickled. Every last one of those phone calls just tickled me this morning. Thank you. To Tams, I see you. Stacy 546, I see you. Come on. Let's come come on up the line here. I'm still looking and booking. Oh, Cassandra, Isaiah, I see you, sis. I appreciate you for being in the Lion's Den this morning. Come on in. Come through. I'm coming on. Kim Possible 711, I see you. Auntie Diddy, I think I said it, but if I didn't, I want to say it again. Truck driver, that's my Mufasa. I see you, sir. God bless you. That is my guy. I appreciate you for being in the Lion's Den this morning. Coming through and coming on up. I think we're through. Let me see. I'm scrolling real fast. I appreciate everybody that's in the Lion's Den this morning. Kim Possible, we're so glad to have you back. I think you may have been here on yesterday. I know there was one day in there, but I'm glad you're back from your vacay. And while I'm talking about Kim Possible, let me tell you this. Go ahead and get ready for tomorrow at 12 noon. Good Grief will be here tomorrow at 12 noon. So I want you to be prepared. I want you to be ready to come in. That session, I'm telling you, is just fabulous. They are blessing the house. And so if you want to come in and be a part of that, you don't want to miss. We've got Crazy Berry Town, Kim Possible that come in and do a fantastic job. And then we have the aftermath, the afterglow that happens over in Discord in a much more intimate and private setting. Good Grief, it will bless your whole entire life. And I'm grateful for it too, as I'm coming up on my mom's 1-year anniversary this week, as a matter of fact. So anybody, and I want you to know again, it's not just about loss of loved ones, but if you have grief from any circumstance, Good Grief is the place you want to be on Fridays at high noon Central Standard Time. Then at 2 o'clock, we've got my millennials that come in for Reboot. That is rated R for raw and adult potential ability to be up in the room. So now if it's too much for you, if it's gonna give you a Fred Sanford heart attack, you want to miss that one. But these girls are sharp. These girls are very, very talented, and they will bless your whole life. And they're given the permission by spiritual thought leader. Listen, this is the Lion's Den. This is the Lion's Den. I want them to talk and say what's really on their minds, the way that they say it, the way that they talk, the way that they identify with it. And we've got other millennials that have been coming in. So I'm hoping and praying, if you all know some millennials, tell them to come in at 2 o'clock, because the girls are here and they talk about everything. I'm here to tell you. They will be moving to a new time in February. On the first Monday of February, they'll start coming on at 9 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. So look for that change coming up in February, the first Monday of February at 9 o'clock, and then every Monday thereafter they'll be at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. And then of course I got my friends that come on Sunday. Yes, you with friends. I got Jabez, I got Rhonda Royalty, I got Tyrone, and I've got Jonna CPW. Come on yeah, that's what my girls said. Come on up and see me sometime. Y'all come and check us out. Now, as we get started, you see I still am naked. I don't have my shades yet. You know, I'm still adjusting, still getting all my stuff here to the new studio, but nonetheless, we're here, and let's get this party crack-a-lacking. I just love you guys. I really, really do. Now, I want to address this morning. Michelle Brownell actually sent me a video some time ago that I'm gonna share today. And it talks about pivoting, because y'all know we were talking about that even on the other day, the ability to pivot and just keep on rolling no matter what. And so I am going to deal with that. I want to address probably if I'm not a Real Housewives watcher, asking for prayer. Let me stop right here and see that. Asking for prayer for your families and I. You have 2 funerals this Saturday, your uncle and your cousin. We are praying. We are praying for the Foxes and for the Gresham family. We are praying for you. You know what, Cassandra? I used to know an Elder Gresham back in the day. He used to come to White Cloud and preach. I wonder if y'all some kin, because that's a very uncommon name. But yes, we will be praying for the Fox family and the Gresham family. Listen, I tell you what, the one thing, as I said, we may come in here and we may play and we may hee and we may kiki, but at the same time, the saints know how to send the prayers up. We know how to send the prayers up. And so we are sending so much love and strength, our condolences to the family, and the prayers are going up. And we know that God is able to do it and sustain you and uphold you in this time of grief. And so blessings to you, Cassandra. And thank you for sharing that in Lions Den, and the Lions will be praying. Thank you for sharing that. Now, it's reported to me, I talk about and share some of the things that are trending and what's going on. Well, apparently, one of the sisters from Miss Wynn, they got so many of the Real Housewives going on. But this is why this caught my attention, not for any other reason than because I really don't watch the Real Housewives, and no shade on those that do. Good morning, Armani G-Ma. Come on in the Lions Den, sis. So much love for you. Thank you for joining us this morning. So, Miss Wynn has been removed from the Real Housewives because you know how we do. At the end of the day, Jenny Wynn, Nguyen, my understanding of that pronunciation of people that I know is pronounced Wynn. Jenny Wynn from the Real Housewives has been released from the franchise and the shows because racist anti-black tweets have been found and released to the public. Now, this is of issue to me. It would be of issue to me anyway when you start talking about anti-black and racist. Why do people help me to understand this. Why do people, especially celebrities, why do people get on the internet and start talking racial negativity? To me, that's just the ultimate, the epitome of stupidity. I just, like, people are not going to read your tweets. That people are not going to read your messages that you send out. Well, Sister Jenny Wynn, I guess she thought she was gonna get away with it. I guess she thought she was gonna do it and nobody was gonna say anything to her. They did go back and say, since being discovered, the material has been taken down off of the internet. But at the end of the day, now y'all, you playing. So she had anti-black, non-black people of color. Now this is something I do hope that we can talk about, because this sister is non-white. She's just not black. So this is something, when we talk about, we use the politically correct terms now of colored. People of color. Let me put it that, but to me, same. Colored. There's no difference between people of color and colored to me. Now, I use the term, and you hear me use the term for the purpose of political correctness. But at the end of the day, you're still saying colored, in my opinion. But I go with the move of the day. SK8843, I see your coffee. You know how we do it over here. No cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black because we tells it like it T-I-Z tis. This is something that, listen, Mel, I hear you. Let me see. Let me get it for you, girl. Let me get it for you. Because at the end of the day,
why you always lying?
This is something that I want us to be very mindful of as well. It appears that Sister Wynn is of Asian descent in some way, shape, or form. I want us to understand, as we're coming into the awareness of racism, do not be deceived that it's just white complected skin against black people in some of this mindset and mentality that they're operating in. We have some of our other people of color that are not black who are still in that same bag of racism. So she had so many. I read through the thing, and I'm not going to bring all of it up here, but obvious racist conversation. Racist. I mean, she could have been a MAGA. She could have been any of your white supremacist groups. I mean, she could have been the mouthpiece for any of them in the stuff that she was tweeting. And I want to understand, this is just of great interest to me, how it is that people of color, and yes, I said what I said, it's just the same as saying colored. It's just all you did was add people of to it. But nonetheless, somehow or another, that's politically correct right now. I'm just amazed at how people of color have found some place in their hearts to be racist and to be negative and to be anti-black. That makes me sad. Now, there was a little bit of scuttlebutt because apparently there was a span of time between the time. Pay attention, Cassandra. Pay attention, because all sorts of colored people are hating, and that's all I'm saying. And that's my purpose for bringing this to the fore today, because so many times we get all amped up and we get into a tremendous conversation about white people being anti-black, but there's a lot of other colors of people out here that for whatever reason are choosing to go the route of anti-black jargon and conversation and spewing this stuff, and we need to pay attention. So ultimately, the Real Housewives, they were taken to task just a little bit here as well, because I guess there was a lapse of time that happened between the time that they finally kicked her to, and it's good. There was a little bit of time. Good morning, Shelby Nicole Cosplay. Come on in the room. Shelby Nicole Cosplay is a streamer. If you're not following her, please follow her. I love you so much, sis. Come on in the room. There was a little bit of time between the time that these racist rants and posts were brought to Real Housewives attention and the time that they actually went ahead and kicked her to the curb. So, I think that ultimately I am appreciative that their ultimate was to remove her from the show. And so this is where we've got a lot of conversation that's going on right now as well. At what point are we canceling? Are we the cancel culture? Do we just can't cancel everybody? And this is the thing, folks. And this is, come on, this is Yes You, OQ, one-on-one, just me and you. And I am your spiritual thought leader. And so I said what I said. So my position on that, while folks are really having such a reaction to what they're calling the cancel culture and canceling everybody out, the only thing that people seem to understand is when you mess with their money. And I'm just saying, as long as they are allowed to continue to come out, cry white tears, shed phony apologies that are meant and designed to appear as though they are, I apologize, but I see no remorse. I see no change in behavior. I see nothing that says there's anything different. What I saw you do was make a move of political correctness to come out and see if you could just, well, they apologize. So I'm like, I don't have a problem with the cancel culture. Cancel these people. If you are representing Real Housewives of whichever one Jenny was on, if you are on Real Housewives and you're representing that franchise of shows and you're coming out with all this racist rhetoric in your tweets, on your posts, you need to be canceled. And I'm sorry, y'all don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with me. But at the end of the day, just like I was talking about reparations on the other day and the weeks prior, reparations has proven time and time again, when reparations are imposed, the behaviors change. And my thing is, we don't need to just keep going along and skating along. Well, this is what they do and this is what they say. And no, get to the point where you say, show me the money. If you gonna talk bad about somebody, if you're gonna say negative stuff and racist remarks, get that money. Get that money. And so, Miss Wynn, I personally, I'm glad that the Real Housewives finally came to the point of saying, we do not stand behind your rhetoric. We do not stand behind your posts. We do not agree with the things that you're saying and putting out here in public consumption. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. I feel good about it. So, at the end of the day, what I don't feel good about is that you are also a person of color putting down black people, and at the end of the day, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. So SK, Arthur Bell's Faces at the Bottom of the Well, US culture says, at least I'm not black. And I agree, you have that element going on. And thank you for sharing that. I'm gonna have to get that book. At least I'm not black. But listen, baby, at the end of the day, you get in the right situation and you're gonna find out that, again, and I say this and I mean it with every ounce of my being, at the end of the day, the capitalist society that favors white supremacy in this country does not care what color you are. At the end of the day, the only color that they care about is green. And that goes for anybody and everybody, and that includes white folks. If you ain't got green, you better pay attention, because they ain't crazy about you either. So we see all of these different places where people are being used for the causes and the purposes to propagate some of this madness. And I use the term use because I'm gonna say it again. If you ain't got green, because that's the color that the group that you're pandering to, the group that you're catering to, they don't care about you either. Go ahead and go out here and spew our ugly rhetoric and say the things that we say. But at the end of the day, if you ain't got green, we don't care about you either. And I want y'all to be clear on that. Pay attention. And that's even for white folks that do not have money. Please understand, they don't care about you either. So this is where I want us to come to a point of really identifying there's a huge economic piece that's tied to the isms in this country, and so wake up. Don't get on the side of where you think you're going to get props and accolades from the status quo. That system it's happening, y'all. It's about to be broken down and changed and transformed. While you trying to cater and pander to that to help your standing and help your upward mobility, don't get it twisted. If it ain't about green, at some point in time, your legs gonna be cut out from under you too. You better pay attention. Hey, DJ Onyx Heart, come on in here. That's my brother. That's my brother. And there's a glass for you, sir. There's a glass. There's a teacup for you. There's a coffee cup for you. And as a matter of fact, let me give you two. We're down to 18. So good to see you. So good to see you. The final answer to totally cancel all hate is fast approaching. I agree with you. However, cancellations and reparations are always in order. Show us the money. And that's all I'm trying to say, Cassandra. I don't have any problem with canceling. The only people that are getting mad about being canceled are the ones that are guilty. A kicked dog will holler. That's what the old folks used to say. A kicked dog will holler. And that even takes us back to this, we want the don't make me feel bad law to come into effect. We don't want to talk about this racism. We don't want to talk about the things that are not only our forefathers, but what we did and what we're still doing. We don't want to talk about that because that makes me feel bad. Listen, baby, at the end of the day, ain't nobody caring about you because you killing us. And you gonna talk about you. Yo, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. But y'all talking about me and you made me feel bad. Can we pass a bill? We'll pass a law for that before we'll pass an anti-lynching law. Now you make that make sense. Unfortunately, the only thing they understand is the loss of the coin, Kim Possible. The loss of the coin. Because when all is said and done, Kim Possible, my point exactly, the economics that's attached to isms, it's specifically economics, money, green, the coin. That's what fuels the isms. And so at the end of the day, pay attention. Pay attention. And white supremacy is another political move. I hear you, DJ Onyx Heart. I want y'all to understand. We shedding light up in here this morning. So I want us to understand. And one of the things that I have to say, y'all know how we do it. I don't just throw shade. I shed light. Even the government is saying, show us the money before we pass stimulus. Like money isn't everything. We shedding light. Listen, Mel, stop picking on me and pass a bill. Pass a law, enact a bill to pass a law to say stop. Don't make me feel bad. Don't make me feel that is just absolutely asinine. And you will think that that's something significant in legislation to be passed just so you don't have to really deal with your sins, deal with your mess. Deal with the stuff that you have imposed on the people to destroy, to maim, to oppress, to impoverish. Deal with that. And then you just don't want me to make you feel bad when I point it out. No, ma'am, no, sir. We're going to continue pointing it out and we're going to continue talking about it. So I just wanted to bring that out this morning. One of the things that really infuriates me, and I've gotten to the point, I just refuse to go to some of the hair and nail shops where, you're not going to follow me around like a criminal. You're not going to, I refuse. I just refuse. And so at the end of the day, I feel like, isn't it mighty interesting that we see all of these different shops and businesses come up in the black community, but the black community cannot go or has not. I'm not even gonna say cannot go. Maybe we just haven't done it yet, but go find some of these other communities and set up shop. Because at the end of the day, I'm tired people of color constantly being exploited for our dollars, because yes, we do have some of the poorest people, but we have the biggest consumer dollars. And at the end of the day, I'm like, we got to turn this thing around, especially when you're going to come out talking and spewing this racist rhetoric. No, ma'am, no, sir. Stop smiling in my face and then talking about me behind my back and on your tweets and on your posts. I'm done with that. I refuse, MCP 812. I just refuse. And so that's a word. Somebody needs to get some of these businesses going and established so that we can have some place to patronize, because at the end of the day, you're not going to treat me like filth and dirt and then I hand over my hard-earned cash and money to you. I'm just not going to do it. So that's my position. Y'all do what you want to do. But listen, this is Yes You, oh cute, one-on-one, just me and you, and I am your spiritual thought leader. And I'm like, I just won't do it. And y'all, I want to save $1. I want to save $1 or $2 and be mistreated and abused in the process. Do it if you want to, but you will not abuse me and use me and then me hand you my money. I just refuse. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. Well, your feelings don't amount to a hill of beans when they're our lives being stolen, taken, and abused. And I agree with you there, Cassandra. So you can, all of this about my feelings, you hurt my feelings, you hurt my life, you hurt my child, you hurt my son, you hurt my daughter, you hurt my legacy, you hurt my ability to pass something on to the people that I love. Come on now. And so at the end of the day, I think we really have to wake up and smell the coffee and get your coffee cups out, get your coffee cups out, get your coffee cups out. We need to wake up and smell the coffee. We need to go back into areas of entrepreneurship. And this is something I want us to understand. There was a time when black folks had powerful businesses. You could go to the market in the neighborhood. You could go to the barber shop. You could go to the clothing. I remember, oh my goodness, what was her name? I can see her name on 7th Street. She had a boutique, starts with a B. I can't call her name, Lord Jesus. But she had a boutique on 7th Street in KCK. And I mean, she had fine clothing. She had stuff that it wasn't no joke. I mean, you went in there and you were dressing just like everybody else. We need to bring businesses back to our communities. Any business in my community must respect my community in order to earn my business. Come through. And I watched Michelle Brownell. Come on, listen, sis. We were trying to think of your poll name. So I need you. Is it Cinnamon Kiss? We were trying to put that thing together. Miss Buford's, come through, Michelle. You knew exactly who I was talking. Are you old enough to remember Miss Buford's? Now you done threw me for a loop right there. Are you old enough to remember Miss Buford's? I somehow I'm thinking you too young for that. But Miss Buford, absolutely. Miss Buford had a boutique. It wasn't your regular store. She had a boutique on 7th Street that you could go to. Hood Morning Tall Pumps. And she's pumping tall. I didn't think you were old enough to remember no Miss Buford's. But anyway, yes, Miss Buford. And Miss Buford, I mean, if you wanted the finest of the fine in your cold, Tall Pumps, you heard the poll. Tall Pumps. Oh my God. Oh, now you're making me wonder how you got your name, Tall Pumps. You know, every time we talk any way remotely about a poll, you come out of the woodwork, you come out of the depths from nowhere. Every time I say poll, hey, listen. I need some history on your name, Tall Pumps. I need some history on your name right about now. Listen, Armani G Ma, she knows everything. Her kids didn't lie. Michelle Brownell's kids didn't lie. She knows everything. I just really cannot believe this child remembers Miss Buford's, because she's too young to remember Miss Buford's. But oh my God, but you're right. It was Miss Buford's. Thank you for that. Because I couldn't pull it out. I knew it started with the B. I could hear it, but I just couldn't pull it. I couldn't pull it out of my cobwebs back there. But good Lord from Zion, y'all got me dying. The poll, we back to the poll, y'all. We back to the poll. Ooh, listen, Royal Confessions, because you know, once I derail, it's hard to get me back on track. Royal Confessions already knows, once I derail, it's hard to get me back on track. So listen, at the end of the day, Hood Morning to you, Tall Pumps. Ooh, and there's so many questions going on in my mind right now, Tall Pumps. So many. Tall Pumps. And she pumps tall. And she obviously works that pole, y'all. You think she's pumping tall with the pole? Listen, y'all. I don't know. I've never seen. You just slid right in. I love you, sis. I got you, Kim Possible. Lurking work, sis. Lurking work. I got you. Oh my goodness. SK, they ready for the pole lessons. They are ready for the pole lessons. Vintage, not vintage sugar. Okay, let me get this right. So now we got chocolate testimony. We got thunderclaps. We got cinnamon kiss. Help me if I'm wrong on that, Michelle. Give me your right name. And now we got vintage sugar reporting for duty. And Tall Pumps doesn't need another name. Tall Pumps. Oh my God. Y'all doing too much. You guys are doing way too much up in the Lion's Den this morning. Oh Lord. Now, at the end of the day, I want us to get to this point. Is it Cinnamon Kiss? Okay, we ready to roll. Not old manager. DJ Onyxheart is reporting in as old manager. What kind of poll name is that? Old manager on the poll. Y'all about to take me out this morning. Not old manager. Vintage sugar. Vintage sugars. I mean, it's all clumped up. Y'all know when sugar gets old and it starts clumping and carrying. Oh, y'all got me dying. Y'all got me dying. Y'all ain't got no act right. Here you go. Here you go. This is for old manager. You only got 17 cups left. You only got 17 cups left, DJ Onyx Heart. Okay, now let me get back. Y'all done took me out of here. Let me get back to the story at hand. We need entrepreneurship and we need businesses. We need thriving businesses in the community. And we also, for those that bring a business into our community, they need to be held accountable. Treat the people right. You're not going to come in here and treat us like thugs and mugs. Treat MCP, they off the chains. You're not gonna treat us like thugs and mugs in our own community. And so, I want us to think about, where are you spending your dollars? Where are you spending your dollars? And wherever you're spending your dollars, pay attention. If I'm spending my dollars here, then you're going to treat us right. Going back to the story that started it all, the fact that Jenny Wind has been released from Housewives because of her racist rants. Where are we watching TV shows? And my thing is this, excuse me. If in fact a Real Housewives franchise had not released her and that news had come out, that's where I say cancel. We're not going to watch your show. We're not going to give you the viewership and the ratings. We're just not going to do it. And so they're already, the franchise, as I said, as I wrap up this story and this thought, they're already getting some heat and taking some heat because it took so long for them to cancel the woman. So at the end of the day, she is canceled, and that is conversation for this morning. You can't get ready for work with all these shenanigans, Kim Possible. Listen, I'm trying. Old manager is the bartender at the club. Hence the broken cups. 16. We're down to 16. Listen, DJ Onyx Heart. As a matter of fact, one for good measure, one for good pleasure. 15. DJ Onyx Heart may be down to, he may not have a coffee cup left by the time we get finished with this. 14 and counting. Okay. Val taught you years ago, if they don't speak, we don't spend dollars. And so, where that's concerned, I'm telling you, this is something that I know a lot of times we don't address, and the idea of, I don't have a problem with people speaking their native language. However, the reality of it is, and this is something that I think, it's really interesting, because it's almost like we were taught, if you're carrying on a conversation and it's another group of people there, and you got somebody that's, if you two are going to carry on a conversation, either excuse yourselves and carry on your conversation, but don't be here in the middle of everybody else carrying on an independent conversation, because it becomes rude to the person, that the other people that are present, if you're not going to include them and it's a group type setting. So I don't know that we have those same ideas of etiquette and politeness versus rudeness anymore, because listen, so much of the baby has been thrown out with the bathwater in these days and times. It's like nobody has rules, nobody is courteous. Good morning, Crazy Berry Town. Listen, Crazy Berry Town is my girl. She's my friend. I've already talked about her coming on tomorrow with Good Grief, but good morning to you. She is a streamer, and if you're not following her, please follow Crazy Berry Town. She will bless your whole life with the Zumba, y'all. With the Zumba, she'll get your body right, and I just want you to check her out. She's all that in a bag of chips. So yes. And this is the thing that I want us to understand. MCP 812. Now there she is. She's getting them together, y'all. She's getting them together. That's my Crazy Berry Town. Now at the end of the day, Mary, MCP 812. Folks can speak English. And this is something that I found. I personally had a situation where it was a Hispanic brother. He kept acting, good morning, 440 Shorty, come on in the room. Mike City, Mike City. He's in the room, y'all. Mike City is here. This brother is a streamer, and listen, if you are not following him, Shelby Nicole Cosplay, y'all please go follow these folk. They will bless your whole life. That's my guy. That's my guy. That's my guy. So at the end of the day, yes, Crazy Berry Town, the poll is active. It's active and alive today, Crazy Berry Town. And we got all kind of folks reporting for duty this morning, Crazy Berry Town. Reporting for duty. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to write all these names down so I can keep them. We're going to pray for you, 440 Shorty. 440 Shorty has a prayer request in the Lions Den this morning, y'all. Her husband is having surgery, and so we are going to definitely lift him up. Appreciate you for sharing. And prayers going up. And listen, I know, as we used to sing back in the day, I know prayer changes things. Hey, and the next line of that song said, men ought to always pray and never faint, because I know prayer changes things. So we're sending up the prayers for you right now, and we believing that God is able to do it. Good morning, Keisha Key. Good morning, Keisha Key 36. Come on in the room, because the saints are in here. Now listen, they got off the pole and went to praying. They got off the pole and fell down on their knees and went to praying. I ain't mad at you, because that's the way we do it over here. We know how to get off the pole and get down on our knees and pray. It's a pole prayer. So we are praying, and thank you for sharing that, 440 Shorty. In all seriousness, we clowning and all of that, but listen, you can pray on the pole. On the pole. They refuse to come down. Listen, it's like they said, Nehemiah said, I'm doing a good work and I can't come down. That's what they said on the pole. I'm doing a good work and I can't come down. So anyway, they praying on the pole. I appreciate it. Listen, 440, you done walked into something. Poles to prayers. Get into it. Woo! This is a righteous and a ratchet group. If you didn't know it, if you don't know, now you know. So at the end of the day, honey, I want you to know, honey, but I will, mid-routine, Shelly Thunder, mid-routine. And listen, from the pole, this is Shelly Thunder. Father, I stretch my hands to thee from this pole. No other help I know from this pole. If thou withdraw, I hear it. From the pole, on the pole. Woo, y'all know y'all need prayer. Not delicious melons. These names. Oh my God. I need Jesus right now. Jesus, I need you right now, because these people in the Lions Den. These people in the Lions Den are trying to take me to the gates of hell this morning. Oh, the Lions Den is off the chains this morning. Ooh, I don't know what y'all had for breakfast. I don't know what y'all had for breakfast this morning, but something ain't right. Ooh, listen, could it be? Oh Lord, let me get it. Could it be? The devil. Baby, the devil is loose up in here. Woo! Oh Lord, you haven't. Well, Shelly Thunder, please go eat. If that's your issue, please go eat. Please, baby, go get you a bite of something right now. Right now. Don't wait. Don't wait. Get you a bite of something right now. Cause listen, y'all need Jesus up in here. The coffee is spiked. You have fried melons with all that thunder. She done fried the melons. The pole, folks been electrocuted on the pole. Shelly Thunder, we need you to get off the pole. The saints are getting electrocuted. Woo. Okay, now let me come on back. Keisha Key, they off the chains this morning. I don't know what happened to them this morning. What had happened was, we came up in here and I was trying to speak some knowledge and some life, and these folk done jumped off on their pole names and climbed up on that pole and started clowning. They are not playing. They've been on the pole all morning long from the minute we came up in here. So I'm like, they had too much water, the wine truck driver. Listen, and you know what they told, they said, listen, you done saved the best for last. You've been holding out on us. We drinking this cheap wine, and then you done pulled out this water that been turned to wine. That's the good stuff. That's what they drinking this morning, truck driver. They drinking the good stuff this morning. I'm just trying to tell you. Woo, Lord Jesus. Okay, let me see if I can come on back. Let me see. Let me see if I can come on back. Is Mel leaving us? Mel, okay. I got all these conversations going on. I'm trying to see. I want to listen. I can't either, Shelly. I can't either. I'm telling y'all. And I'm starting to wonder if you flatline, Shelly. Did you thunderclap your own self out? Did you electrocute yourself? Did you electrocute yourself, Shelly? Did you do it? Is that what happened? That thunderclap was so strong. Baby, this is top shelf tall pumps. This ain't that stuff on the Lord. This is top shelf right here. The wine ministry is strong, not strong. It's strong up in the Lion's Den today. Ain't no bottom feeders here. This is top shelf right here, DJ Onyx Heart. Because these are not drunk as you suppose, but this is that. Oh my God. Okay. So let me. You may have electrocuted yourself messing with the saints. Okay, let's come on back. Okay, spiritual's trying to be spiritual now. Let me be spiritual. Listen, I'm not just a natural being having a spiritual experience. I'm a spiritual being having a. Oh, the devil is still up here. Let me get rid of this joker because he's permeating the room right now. All right, here we go. Coming back. Everybody, just center. Anchor yourself back. Bring. I'm trying to breathe. 440 shorty. I'm trying to breathe. I'm trying to catch my breath. I'm trying to. Ooh, thank you, Lord. Hi, I am Lex. Come on in, sis. Listen, these folk are acting up in the Lion's Den, so I can't speak for them this morning. I can't speak for them this morning. Cause listen, in your serious voice, while we slept and slobbered, come through. Help us get back on track. Shelly Thunder said she's gonna get spiritual and she's gonna shoot that lightning bolt so we can get back on. Cassandra, Isaiah, I've been waiting to exhale. Okay, so here we go. Let's come on back. Let's do this. Okay, now I want to do this pivot story because I've been holding it for the last couple of days because in actuality, we just been having some really good conversation in here for which I am very, very grateful. I'm always glad when you guys come in talking. Now, before I get out of here, Mike City is in here. So I'm going to do this real quick. And this is something that this brother put up. And this is in his Discord, and I said I was going to do it if he came up in here today. This picture right here. I'm trying to see if I can get it full screen. It doesn't want to go full screen. Okay, so let me do this. I can't get it full screen, so this is the beard that Mike City says he wants to have. Now I want y'all to y'all look at this. Take a look at this, y'all. Just take a look at this. This is this is the beard that Mike City said he wants to have. Now I'm a oh, that right there. Oh, Jesus, come here and come here now. Now listen. Oh my God. I was in Mike City's Discord. That stopped me dead in my tracks. And I said to myself, I said, self. I told myself, I said, self. When Mike City shows his face once more and again in my stream, I want to put this, he said, this is the beard that he said he wants to. Okay, y'all. See, you shouldn't ought to done it. Y'all done went all the way to the left. I told y'all. Well, Z Lady C, come on in here and good morning to you. Good morning to, listen, Z Lady C, listen, my apologies this morning. I don't know what done got a hold to us. I think the devil is up in here. The devil is up in here this morning. I think the devil slept in here. Cause this stream this morning is off the chains. Okay, y'all. Now let me get back. Mike City did it. Y'all blame Mike City. He did that. I was like, this joker. No, he is clowning. Okay, let me come on back, y'all. Let me come on back. Now this oh my God, Mike City, that is not the bomb. If that's not some of the nastiest stuff I've ever seen, it's all your fault, Mike City. I'm gonna blame it on you. I'm gonna blame it on you like the people blame the stuff they do on the devil. I'm gonna blame it on you. At the end of the day, y'all, I'm just like, that one took me out. I wasn't ready. I was not. I'm just gonna tell the truth and shame the devil. I was not ready. Now, here we go. I want to share this. Michelle sent this to me because you know how we talk all the time. I'm trying to get this set up and ready to go here. I want to skip that ad. What are we doing here? She gave us an excellent pivot video that I wanted to show. I'm having some difficulty getting past all of these promos and commercials that are in here, but the story is very inspiring. If I can just get back to it, it speaks to when I talk about wanting us to get to a place where we can really begin to pivot no matter what's going on in our world. Okay, I think I may have gotten to it finally. Is it gonna let me have it? Because Michelle, this was an excellent. It's not letting me get there today for some reason. I queued it up, but anyway, the story is about a black business owner, and I'll go ahead and tell you the story because I wanted you to see the video because to me it was very, very inspiring, and I want to appreciate Shelly Thunder as well as many of the other of you out there that always seem hydrate, redeem 2 times. Okay, I ain't got, and see that's probably the problem, Michelle, because I ain't even got no water in here to hydrate with, so I'm out of luck there. So I'm gonna have to give you your points back. But she shared a story about a man who actually owns what was originally a gathering place for entertainment. And in that, when we got to the pandemic, he basically had to shut down, obviously, and could not function. But when COVID-19 hit, he re-envisioned himself and reinvented his establishment, and basically came out and turned his nightclub into a grocery store that supports Black vendors. I really wanted you to see this because it's amazing what this brother did, and it's just not gonna for whatever reason, I don't know if they've changed. I cannot pull that story up. It's showing me everything but that. That's why you see me looking at my screen. I wanted to load it up so you could actually see the video footage. But at the end of the day, I love this because it speaks to the idea of not only pivoting, but he pivoted to help not only himself, but he has now created something that he said he wants to take from city to city to city and replicate it. And what he did, he found Black vendors, Black grocers, Black anything that people could come in and share and sell. And it served for, I listened to one brother who said he didn't have the ability, the finances. You saw that Tall Pumps, that was a boss energy move. It was a boss energy move. And that's why I really wanted to play that today. And I'm so sorry that it is not giving me the link. It's showing me everything but that. And it's the link that Michelle sent me. So apparently they've changed and put something else in there. But at the end of the day, I have talked repeatedly how when something happens in our lives that doesn't quite go to what we had planned, that's not the time that you just stop, sit down, and give up. I know many nightclubs, many entertainment establishments that have just shut their doors, closed it down, and said, okay, that's it, it's done. This man not only had the ingenuity to say, not only am I not done, I'm going to find a way so that other folks out here are not out of the game either. I listened to the man who said he couldn't afford overhead for location on his own. And when this came available to him and he brought his wares to the facility, and they showed the transformation of where at one point there was a stage. Now the staging area is something else. And you got all of these businesses that have come in, all of these Black vendors that have come in and set up good food, good, healthy, organic food, farmers that are bringing their wares. There was somebody that was in the meat market that brought his meat in, so that when you got done, you now go to that establishment that was a nightclub that this man strictly out of his heart and out of his pocket created something to then bring other vendors in. That is a pivot. And when Michelle sent me that story, Michelle Brownell sent me that story, I was so she knows my heart. She knows how I think. I was so blessed and impressed. I was like, I want to show this on the stream because it's just so motivating. And it speaks to when I talk about boss energy. Y'all, just because something doesn't go as planned, and just because, I know for many people in the entertainment industry, had they just thought outside the box like this brother did, there are other ways to pivot. And that's what I really want to talk about, is our ability to pivot. This story right here, and I'm just so sad that I cannot pull this story up because I was going to play the video in its entirety. It's just that good. I wanted you to see the whole video, which is maybe 3 or 4 minutes long. And it is, I have it out there in my Discord channel, so you can go back and see the story in totality. But for whatever reason, Michelle, they've changed the video. The video's not up there anymore. But I wanted you to see the video. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. So listen, come through, Michelle. The people who not only kept their laundry business and created soap yes, that was another one. Thank you for jogging my memory. These a husband and wife, they owned a laundry what do you call it, establishment, laundromat. I couldn't think of the word, laundromat. They owned a laundromat. The husband did research. The husband stopped and did research on how to make laundry detergent. This story is just incredible in so many different ways. He did research on how to make laundry detergent. Then they started making their own laundry detergent. I'm telling you, when you talk about pivot, and I want to say this because we've said it before. I want you to get this down in your shondo. When the pandemic happened, money didn't leave the earth. It just changed hands. We said that some time ago. It didn't leave the earth. It just changed hands. And I'm saying this to the people that are like, oh my goodness, all of this that's going on. I can't do this. I can't. Baby, this is the time to do it. It really is. This is the time to make it happen. When you take people that are like, okay, my laundromat is shut down. I can't get supplies of soap and detergent. And let's make our own. Baby, that's what I'm talking. That's a boss move. Tall pumps, that's a boss move. That is boss energy in motion. When you sit down and say, okay, I'm not going to be defeated. I'm not going to talk about, oh, I might as well shut my business down. I don't have a supply of laundry detergent. I don't have this. I don't have that. And this is what I can do. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, SK8843. We can do. It's just, are you mentally ready to make that pivot? This is not the time for excuses. This is not the time to explain away the fact that your passion, and we're talking about this, your passion and your purpose. If it's your passion, if it's your purpose, then get up and do it. Yes, you got to have a can-do attitude, DJ Onyx Hart. These individuals, and then look what happens. This husband and their wife pivot, boss energy, Michelle Brownell. This is what I'm talking about. When we get determination and persistence and a constitution of perseverance, this is what happens when you have some determination about yourself. It's not about what's going on in your environment. It's about what's going on in your head, in your inner environment, not your external environment, because I can do all things. And I need you to get that boss energy mentality. I need you to get that boss energy working for you, because listen, what this man has done, what I loved about it, it took, now this is why I'm telling y'all, the pandemic is what pushed him in this direction. This wasn't the direction he was planning on going. He even talked and said he had visions of opening up more nightclubs and going this location and go to that location and da-da-da-da-da. That was his vision. But look at what the pandemic, y'all better praise the Lord for the pandemic. Look at what the pandemic did for him, to him, through him. And so come on, Shelly Thunder, turn that negative into a positive. And as the millennials say, turn that thing around. Turn that thing around. I need the mindset to come to a place where you're not always bemoaning and crying about the obstacle that's in the way. Listen, they sang back in the day, and some of y'all don't know anything about this song because you're too young, but the old folks say, Lord, don't move the mountain. Give me the strength to climb. Lord, don't take away the stumbling block, but give me the strength around. And then I know we came to the point where I start saying, well, listen, there are times when you need to speak to the mountain, tell the mountain to move. But I understand that some mountains are not going to move by design and the will of God, because you need the strength. You need the experience. You need the knowledge. You need the know-how. You need stuff that comes from that mountain climbing experience. And so I want you to understand, yes, I take the best of both worlds. There's nothing wrong with speaking to the mountain. But listen, there are times when the mountain, we We done got lazy. Mountain move. And you have no experience. You have no stamina. You have no persistence. You have no determination. I need you to be about your purpose and passion. And I need you to be willing to put in the work. Isn't that what we've been talking about? Put in the work. Stop trying to do bewitched and snap your fingers and twinkle your nose. I need you to do the work. When I saw that man talking about, okay, we don't have, because of the shortages that are going on, we don't have the laundry detergent. Get me something where I can learn. Google it. That's what my little, it's my great nephew. My great nephew said to me, we all got together out in Virginia for the Thanksgiving holiday. And I was talking about something and what I didn't have. And he looked at me and said, do you have Google? I think that baby's like 6 or 7, somewhere thereabout. He looked at me dead in my eye, dead serious. He did not flinch. He didn't bat an eye. He looked at me just as matter of factly and said, do you have Google? Don't you have Google? Babies, this is the day and the season of Google. What you don't know, you can Google it. There is, and Google will actually give you how-tos where you can watch the video. There are things that I've done on Google where I find whatever it is I'm trying to do, and then I'll play it, and then I imitate whatever they tell me to do. I pause the video, do whatever they told me to do, and then I go to the next step. I play that, pause it, do what they tell me to do, and at the end of the day, I've accomplished what it is I'm trying to do off of Google. You can do it, y'all. So this is where I looked at that whole story. Now, this is the addition to that. If you look at it, this couple who the husband is like, we're determined we're going to do this. We're determined we're going to do this. So he applies himself to learn something he didn't know. But this is his passion. This is his purpose. This is what he does. He applied himself to do something that he didn't know. Now, who knew that the nightclub owner was going to open up a space? Who knew? And the reason why I want to bring that to your mind, I want to bring that to the forefront of your thinking. Sometimes, even when you're making and looking up how to create detergent on your own, you don't know where the facility is. You don't have to know. You just get up and make the step of learning how to make the detergent. And by the time you get that down and you're ready to go, boom, here comes the door. Boom, here opens a door. And so many times, and I need some of us to really hear this, so many times y'all waiting to see the door before you get up and learn how to make the detergent. But I'm trying to tell you, you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared so that when the door and wherever the door pops open, you've already got your laundry detergent made. You got it mastered. You're ready to provide your own line of laundry detergent for your customers. And then boom, and this is, I'm telling you, this is so much of how so much of how the universe works. I got to see that you really want to make an investment. Even when you start talking about Shark Tank, even when you start talking about other things, twirl by twirl, we're building stamina on the SKA. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. SK 8843. So at the end of the day, I'm looking and I'm identified. My brain is going so many different directions. So I got a whole nother cinema going on while I'm talking to y'all on this stream right now. I want you to understand, you sometimes need to go ahead and put your ducks in a row, and then the door will open. Y'all waiting for the door to open, and then you want to try to run and get your ducks in a row. No, ma'am. No, sir. The laundry detergent, the vision that said, listen, something's going to happen happen and we're going to do this. We may not see how, we may not see where, we may not even know when, but in the meantime, I'm in preparation. In the meantime, I'm getting my house in order. In the meantime, I'm doing the things that I need to do to make this happen. And so that point right there, beloved, some of you all, while you're, instead of just marking time, instead of just sitting there, instead of just doing nothing, I need you to actively be in preparation. It took this man time, energy, and effort. He had to invest himself. That's what I was getting ready to say before I got distracted with the swirl and twirl on the pole. This is what I want. This is what I want you to understand. Even if you go to an investor wants you to have some prep done and some skin in the game. Hear what I'm saying? Even if you go to an investor, that investor wants you to have some preparation already done and some skin in the game. And too many people are trying to do this get rich quick scam and scheme where I'm not going to do anything until I get XYZ and then I'm going to use your money. No. And if Shark Tank, honey, they'll tell you quick, fast, and in a hurry. They want to know, how much money do you have invested in it? How much skin in the game do you have? Now, for everybody that continues to confess, I need you to change your confession. I'm a procrastinator. I'm going to tell you, like I said the other day, how badly do you want it? And is it really your passion? Because if that's your passion and your purpose and you're still procrastinating, I got questions. Because at the end of the day, if you really believe it, there's some prep work that you're going to do to get yourself positioned, or for the positioning that will come. I need you to actually have something ready when the door pops open. Don't be trying to pack up, the door popped open and wait a minute, I got to pack my bags and get ready. No, you missed it. You just missed it. When this brother, I loved it. Michelle Brown, thank you so much for sending me that story. I absolutely loved it. The whole concept. And when he said from that, now where his vision was, he was getting ready to open all these entertainment venues across wherever, different locations in his particular area. Notice how he went from his area to saying, I want to go global. When you get in your purpose and when you start getting in the passion that is yours to be, it begins to enlarge you. It enlarges your mind. It enlarges the places that you can take it. It enlarges the number of people that you can bring in on it. It enlarges. It is like muscle. When you exercise the muscle, it just keeps getting bigger. Every time it gets more resistance, it just gets bigger. That's what I want you to understand. And the pandemic was just the resistance. The pandemic was the mold by which the resistance was brought to this brother to make him change course to get on the right course. Because at this point, he realizes, this is my destiny. And I want to replicate this all over the place, not just in this little area. I want to go to this city, to that city, to this state, to that's what I'm talking about. That's boss energy, tall pumps. That is boss energy. And that's what we're talking about, manifesting in this time. Because listen, y'all can keep talking about change, but until you do something to actually bring some change and make a change, we're going to keep doing the same things over and over and over again. So I love it. And again, I want us to come to a place where we start, not just me, myself, and I and mine, us four and no more. I want us to start thinking like this brother did. Not just me, but hey, let me bring some other folk in, because guess what? It's mutually beneficial. They're benefiting me, I'm benefiting them. I have the space, they have the wares, and the community has the need. And I'm gonna tell you what, this is what I'm sharing with all ministries everywhere. Ministry in this hour, at whatever level and whatever function you do it, it's going to come from being relational and meeting needs. I'm going to say it again. It's going to come from being relational and meeting needs. Now, There are a lot of big mega churches out there, and even some smaller community churches out there that say, oh, but we're meeting needs, we're meeting needs, but you're not relational. You don't know the people, and the people don't know you. You think I've done my due by just pushing some groceries at you and say, oh, I fed the needy, I fed the hungry. But are you relational? Are you relational? And this is where rubber meets the road and the road turns. Tell me why the road turned. Because we need to be relational. This whole idea of just doing stuff hands off in this Elliot Ness approach without really having any relationship. Shoot, some of y'all know y'all sitting in churches where you ain't got no relationship. Y'all just sitting up there next to each other. Ain't no relationship going on in there. And even that little 5-10 minute conversation you might have before service or after service does not constitute a relationship. Y'all just spoke to each other. This is a time where if you're really going to be viable, and I want you to understand the entrepreneurship and the businesses that we're creating right now are forms of ministry, even though folk don't want to believe that. That ain't no ministry. That's just listen, when you are connecting with people, when you are providing a need and meeting the need, when you are there as a resource, not just in here pushing wares. Somebody said it on yesterday. It's not about profit. It's about having relationships and meeting your purpose and your passion in a relational type of way. That is what is happening. And it's happening everywhere. And yes, you're going to begin to find my calling, and even from the entrepreneurial level of what I do, it's still ministry. You're going to find your calling, your passion, your purpose. It's not just a matter of I'm out here doing this and peddling this out here in the streets trying to make profit. You will understand that the real relational businesses are the ones that are going to flourish and bloom. So that's why even right now, you have big corporations. They already sense it. They already understand it. So they're doing a little bit of what I call pseudo relationship, where they try to make it look like they hire somebody out here to be the face of the company. And we want you to go out and connect with the people. We want you to go. Y'all remember what it's been maybe 5-10 years now. Y'all remember how you used to go to the restaurant, sit down and eat. Nobody came to bother you other than your waitress. Your waitress may come. Your waitress may not come if you had a bad one, but at the same time, you know, that was the general restaurant experience. Then you started seeing, because they begin to realize if we're going to retain customers and get them to come back, we got to have some kind of relationship. So then they started getting the managers that come around to the table. How was your meal? How are you doing tonight? Why are you guys out? Are you out celebrating a birthday? Did you just come? Because they understood and identified that if we don't create relationship, then we're not going to get these people to come back. So, hey, now the whole management department wants to bother you. And this is the thing, Shelly Thunder, because they don't know how to gauge the temperature. They know we've got to be relational, but then they get into mechanics. And that's the same thing that we do in churches. It's the same thing. They'll see something and they'll recognize the issue, but they don't know because they're still not connected to the people. If the people were connected, they know this is too much. Y'all bothering the folks. As a matter of fact, you done made the folk mad and they're not going to come back and eat at your establishment again because you don't know it's forced. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's not relationship. It's a mechanic. And that's a word for some of y'all to understand. Some of the stuff that you're trying to do right now, if it's forced and it's not really you, if it's something that you're trying to make happen and it's not relationship, SK 843, if that's what you're doing, you're going to get the same outcome of what we're describing here, where after a while people are like, oh, that doesn't even look real, it doesn't feel real, it doesn't sound real, it doesn't act real, and it won't last. The Rebel Ink, it will not stand. And this is the thing, because in this day and time, everybody's scrambling trying to make money. Everybody's scrambling trying to make that profit. Everybody's scrambling trying to reach their goals. But at the end of the day, are you scrambling trying to actually create relationships that are enduring? Are you actually scrambling trying to do your purpose and your passion? Or are you chasing the bag? Are you chasing paper? And that does show off in the end. If you're chasing paper, guess what? They gonna know you chasing paper. I don't care if I can go to a church and sit there for 2 minutes and tell if they chasing paper. I don't care how many hallelujahs. I don't care how many thank you Jesuses. I don't care how the choir sang. I don't care. I can pick that spirit up of chasing paper. I don't care how your welcome team stands up. You got a couple standing up there, husband and wife. We want to welcome you to our service today. We want you to know that we're here for you and we love you and we want you to be a part of our family. Chasing paper. Because it's not real. And this is the thing that we've got to understand. This is the season where that relationship building and your purpose and your passion has to be genuine. Anything outside of that, they're going to be able to detect it. They're going to be able to smell it. They're going to be able to hear it. They're going to be able to see it, taste it, touch it. Their senses are alive to it. I need you to hear what I'm saying. Their senses are alive and they know and identify the difference between boss energy and something that somebody's trying to perpetuate or perpetrate a fraud. They can tell the difference between somebody perpetrating a fraud and the real thing. And this is where, again, when we go back, Shelly Thunder, and it's forced. Baby, you can't force what's happening in this hour. You got to get in your flow. You got to do your thing. You got to get into yourself. That's why we've been talking about really knowing yourself. Is that me? Is that how I roll? Is that how I talk? Is that how I act? Is that how I feel my passion and my purpose being fulfilled? Am I really, and am I relational? That's what we talked about the other day. You got to stay in that place where at all times in all things, baby, it's relationships. Talking more about membership and not ministry, baby, that's fake. I mean, to tell you all day long, it's fake. And then what happens? You get the people, for the few that get suckered in, Shelly Thunder, and I'm not just talking about church, I'm talking about all the way across the board. I'm telling you, this is the atmosphere. This is what we are in right now. Even for y'all that are setting up your businesses and your level of entrepreneurship, folk will taste you, they will smell you, they will hear, see, and feel you, and they will know when you're fake. So this is where we've got to pay attention, and they can identify quick, fast, and in a hurry. Is this the real deal? Is this the real McCoy? Or are you just trying to get my money up out of my pockets? Are you just trying to get, and for some of us, it's not even a matter of you want my money, you want the resources of what I bring as a person into your establishment. And baby, you're not gonna rape, maim, and rob me of myself. That's what you're not gonna do. You're not gonna rob me of myself. Listen, I'm very discerning and I'm very discriminating about who and where I give myself to, because you're not going to just pimp me like a $2 hoe. So we got to come to the point where we understand this is the season in which we live. The spirit of discernment needs to be on fleek, Shelly Thunder. You got to be on discernment, in that place of discernment, to be able to identify. But this is what I want you to understand too. We don't give enough credit to how much discernment the people have. We have somehow kind of bought into this mentality of consumerism that the buyer is dumb. And sometimes the buyer is uninformed. Sometimes the buyer is uneducated, and I want to move not just consumerism as far as the buyer, but I'm coming from this point of discernment and thinking that everybody has the wool pulled over their eyes. The wool is not pulled over everybody's eyes. There are some folk that see it 10 miles away, and they will not patronize you. And so I want us to understand, as we come into a place of understanding what is my brand? And when I'm talking about this, yes, I talk to entrepreneurs. Yes, I talk to even ministers and leadership and but everybody, this goes to everybody. You have something, because there's purpose for your life here on the face of this earth right now. You have something that the world needs. And you say, how do you say that, spiritual thought leader? No, I don't. Okay, so the sun doesn't shine on itself. The sun shines for those that are outside of the sun. You understand what I'm saying? The tree doesn't eat its own fruit. The tree produces the fruit not for itself. It's not going to eat the fruit. It's not going to consume the fruit. It's for something outside of the tree. So what I'm trying to get you to understand, as the sun, and I say shine your light on them, as the tree that's producing the fruit's not for you. The fruit is for the people. I want you to understand the existence that you have, the space that you take up in this world is not just for you. But the same way the sun shines and gives heat and rays and light to the people, the same way the tree produces fruit and gives food and nourishment for the people. You are here for more than just yourselves. And that's the thing, when you see people and the only thing they're concerned about is themselves, me, myself, and I and mine, us four and no more. Baby, those are the people that are going to be left standing looking stupid. And I'm just trying to tell you, I'm trying to break it down. Those are the people that are going to be scrambling, hustling, doing everything they can, but that attitude, I want to produce the fruit and then I want to eat my own fruit. I want to shine the light and then I want to get the heat. I want to get the rays. I want to get my own sunlight. It doesn't work that way. It emanates from you to be a blessing to those outside of you. Am I talking to anybody in here? And I want you to understand. So whether it's ministry that I'm talking to, it's not for you to eat up the fruit. And that's the thing, because too many preachers, I'm just going to lay it bare. Too many preachers are like, listen, not only am I want y'all to produce the fruit and then let me eat it, but I'm supposed to be the tree that's producing. And then for whatever it is that I am producing, then I want to turn around and eat every ounce of fruit that I produced. Do you understand how skewed that is? Do you understand how that mentality, how far off it is? When you really understand purpose, when you really understand boss energy, when you really understand assignment, that's when, listen, the other day we were talking about mental health and I had 3 or 4 people that reached out and made comments. I'm getting ready to get my counseling appointment set up. I'm getting ready to listen, that's when STL feels like this stream was beneficial. This stream was profitable, because it's not just about something to make STL feel good about STL. Listen, it's about when you shine light and it gives somebody heat. When you shine light and it gives somebody warmth. When you shine light and it gives somebody the ability to see and the ability to understand. That's when I know that what I'm called to do in my purpose and my passion is fulfilled. Not when the light's coming back on me, when the light's going out. When folks are all about shine on me and my time to shine. And yes, I do encourage you in your mentality, understand it's your time to shine, but understand the produce of that is not for you to soak up your own sunshine. Am I talking to anybody in here? I need you to get this perspective straight. Get it straight. And then understand from there, your gift will make room for you. Am I talking to anybody? Y'all done got real quiet. Good morning, Lady T. Come on in here. We having a conversation on this morning. I want you to get that in your mind. And yes, I'm gonna go back to what Shelly Thunder said earlier. My discernment is on fleek. You know why my discernment is on fleek right now? Because I don't have places to waste my energy. I'm gonna say it again. I don't have places to waste my energy. So it's like, okay, I'm paying attention. SK8843, I'm paying attention, pay attention. I'm paying attention because, as I said to one of my friends, I am thinking about, I'm understanding the call of my purpose and my passion, and anything that doesn't speak to that, I don't have energy to give. I don't have to listen. Trying to consume your own fruit is cannibalism, Kim Possible. Come on and just make it plain. It's cannibalism. And this is the thing that people have to understand, that they are operating in cannibalism, trying to produce it and consume it themselves for their own lust, for their own ego, for their own attitude, for their own, I'm going to make it big and I'm whatever, whoever I got to step on, whoever I got to step over, whatever I got to mess up. It doesn't matter how messy I am. I just got to get there and then I'm going to consume it. Listen, cannibalism. And that's the word, Kim Possible. That's the word. And listen, Shelly, I don't have the patience, time, nor the tolerance for that. I'm on a mission. I'm on an assignment. You guys have to begin to understand how to identify where, when, who, how. Get all of that there. Who, where, why, when, and how. Get all of who, where, why, when, and how. Get all 5 of those questions up in your shondo. And baby, who, where, why, when, and how. If it doesn't work with your boss energy, if it's something that's going to distract and take away and diminish and decrease, baby, detach. We talked about canceling. Cancel that joker. Cancel that mess. Whatever it is, cancel it. Am I talking to anybody? I need you to be in a position, a mindset, an energy that says, listen, whosoever will, let him come. But what you're not going to be is a drag on me. Am I talking to anybody? Some of y'all got some hanger-oners that are just dragging you. And you need to be able to say, if you're dragging and draining and devouring and cannibalism, baby, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. The first code of the drug dealer, don't become your best customer. You better tell it, tall pumps. Because listen, at the end of the day, the drug of ego that's imbalanced will consume you and you'll turn into a fiend. Am I talking to anybody? You'll wake up one day and you be so hooked on your own stuff. Y'all better come on up in the lion's den. We came off the pole and I'm talking to you. I done come from the pole to the pulpit because I feel a preach on this thing. You will find yourself consumed by your own product. Am I talking to anybody? You will find yourself consumed and completely inebriated, out of balance. You'll find yourself completely addicted to you. I had to tell somebody at one point, man, you a figment of your own imagination. Yes, I said it. And listen, the joker got mad and heartless as, I mean, he just, if he could have killed me right then, he would. But listen, I told the joker the truth. You are a figment of your own imagination. That's what will happen when you get caught up in your own product. Am I talking to anybody? So I want you to understand that's not boss energy. That's cannibalism. Listen, come on. Kim Possible 7-Eleven, she made that thing plain. That's cannibalism. Are you a cannibal? What kind of person are you? That ain't no lying. Come on. No. Come on, no. Get your mind right. Get your heart right. Get your spirit right. The purity. Listen, Kim Possible, you no longer have the patience, time, or tolerance for any of that. Spell it out, girl. Leave all them blanks there. Spell it, Pastor. Spell it. I need you all to, they're a legend in their own mind, Lady T. And there's a difference between good, healthy self-esteem that understands the value of who and what you are and becoming a legend in your own mind and a figment of your own imagination. Am I talking to anybody? Good morning, Barbara Hardy. There's my friend. That's my These Are They friend. I love you so much and it's so good to see you in here. Now, I hope you all are taking this that I'm telling, because I'm preaching real good. I told you, I went from the pole to the pulpit. I'm preaching real good right now because what I'm telling you is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. This is the season where people who understand relationships, people who do their passion and their purpose with fire, with vim, with vitality, they're gonna blow up. Because their gift is gonna make room for them. I'm telling you, the gift is going to make room for them. You ain't got to make room for yourself. Just let your gift be released. Let that creativity out. Let your creative juices flow. The gift will make room for you. Am I talking to, and you don't have to imitate nobody. Am I talking to anybody up in here? You can let that gift that is you, because everybody has a gift. Everybody has a flow. Everybody has something that is just innately them, that they're created to do. And when you get into that place, that gift will make room for you. And come through SK 8843. When I am great, everybody eats. You better say that. When I am great, everybody eats. And so let's turn that on its ear. When nobody eats and I think I'm great, I'm lying to myself. If ain't nobody eating but me, I'm lying to myself. The story that Michelle Brownell brought us, that brother didn't just create that so that he was the only person eating. He made the scenario a reality that not only can I eat and not only can I be great, but who else can I bring in? I'm gonna bring you in. I'm gonna bring you in, and I'm gonna bring you in, and I'm gonna bring you in, and I'm gonna bring a whole group of people in here to eat at this table, and we all gonna eat, and we're gonna eat well. That's boss energy. That's boss energy. Boss energy is not greedy. Boss energy is not selfish. Boss energy is not a false recreation of something else. Boss energy is the real deal. Am I talking to anybody? It's the real deal. Just you being you. And I think that about brings us to the close of the day. I hope that I've said something this morning to make you really, really think about it, because this is our season and this is our time. I want to thank Michelle Brownell for bringing us that story. And I'm so sorry I could not show you the video. I'm going to go out and see if I can hunt and find it, because this is my link that I copied from her and put in Discord. The story is there. So if you want to read the story, you can read the story. I just wanted you to be able to see the video. But ain't nothing wrong with reading. Reading is fundamental. RIF, reading is fundamental. Go ahead and read it. It'll still bless your whole life. But I wanted the video out there. I'm gonna keep hunting for it till I can find it and put it back in again. But that story right there motivated me so much. That is a story of, that's how you pivot. That's boss energy, y'all. That's boss energy, not no play stuff. And listen, we're not perpetrating. Thank you so much, Michelle. We're not perpetrating a fraud up in here. There's the link for anybody that wants to see it. Thank you so much for that. And I hope the video plays. I hope they can actually see the yes, read the story. I want you to recognize that this is the season and the time for you to manifest. I mean, manifest. I told you that I call her my quiet storm, because she changes the atmosphere just by being there. That's my Michelle Brownell. I love her. I love her. I love her. Cinnamon kiss. I love her. Not the poll again. I want you to understand this is your time to manifest, but manifest as you. Be the real you. Be the real deal. Be the real force to be reckoned with. When I'm great, as SK 8843 says, everybody eats. When I'm great, everybody eats. And any attitude outside of that, I need you to check yourself. Introspection. Look inside. What's going on inside of me? What's going on inside of my head? What's going on inside of my heart? And I'm going to say this, and if you don't have relationships, you really need to listen. No man, no woman is an island. If you're not able to establish good, solid, valid relationships, I need you to self-check. Don't talk about the people. Well, the people that, are you around the right people? You know, what is it within you that keeps drawing to the wrong people or drawing the wrong people to you? I need you to do some introspection. Stop blame. The blame game is over in this age. The blame game is over. I need you to look inward. If you ain't got no friends, he who would have friends must show himself friendly. If you ain't got no friends, I need you to look at that. Well, you know, the Lord put me here by myself. Honey, I heard him say it's not good that you be alone. He meant for you to have relationships. That's why God made Eve for Adam. And I'm not just talking about in a marital situation. He intended for humans to have a relationship with other humans. If you can't have a relationship with anybody besides yourself, I need you to check that. And you might need some therapy. You might need to go to counseling. Y'all know how we do it over here. No cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black because I tells it like a Tiz. If you can't have a relationship with anybody, you might need to go to therapy and figure out what is going on. Now listen, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Yes, Michelle, everybody's thanking you. I appreciate. She's the Quiet Storm. We got Quiet Storm, Chocolate City, Miss Thunderclap, Dream. It's the Dream Team. And they know how to work the poll. You better ask somebody. They work in the Lions Den. They moderate, but baby, they work that. It's the Dream Team. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Come on, Pink. Come through, Pink Assassin. Good morning to you. Good morning. Keisha Key, I see y'all. And yes, Jesus had disciples, not just his family. Come through with that word. For everybody that wants to be, I'm out here on this island by myself and I ain't got nobody. You need to check that, babe. You need to check that, my brother. Why are you the only ones? It's some good people out here in this world. I'm telling you, it's some really good people out here in this world. Connect. Please connect. Please connect. Y'all, I love you. And come through, Pink Assassins. It's so good to see you, sis. Ladies, everybody that's in here. I appreciate you guys. Now, we started on the poll and we ended with some truth. I hope that you're able to take the righteous and the ratchet, because basically that's what we do up here in the Lion's Den. The Trinity reveals what true relationships look like. Come through, Kim Possible. Come through. Totally equal, 3 in 1, in agreement. Come through. I love y'all. Well, it's another day in the Lion's Den. Let me see. Oh, I'm over. I done went 2 minutes over, y'all. I looked over at the clock. It said 9:02. We've had a marvelous time here in the Lion's Den. Y'all come back tomorrow because we're going to have fresh start Friday. I got to say it once more and again. 12 o'clock, we got Good Grief led by Crazy Berrytown and Kim Possible 7-Eleven. You do not, I promise you, you do not want to miss Good Grief. Same bat channel, just at 12 high noon Central Standard Time. And then the Afterglow that takes place in Discord, where if you want to do one-on-one, we want you to be back for that on tomorrow. Again, then at 2 o'clock, I got Millennials coming in here and they got some conversation for you on tomorrow. I'm going to say once more and again, it is rated R for raw. So if you can't handle that, please don't show up at the 2 o'clock because they might rub you raw the wrong way. But they got some good stuff for everybody that can handle. And more Millennials are coming in, and I'm happy about that. My hope and prayer is that the day will be that it'll be nothing but jam-packed Millennials packing this thing out and having conversation. Because I don't know about you, I want to stay connected to the young folks, and I want to hear what's on their mind, and I want them to be able to say it the way that they say it, open, honest, and truthful. So that's what Reboot is about. So I invite you back for both of those. I love you too, MCP. I see those hearts going in down there. I love every last one of you all. We're gonna get ready to get up out of here. This has been another day in the Lion's Den, another day of Yes You Oh Cute one-on-one, just me and you. Well, I feel for my brother and I feel for my sister. Yes, this is another day of Yes You Oh Cute. I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman. And listen, it's always good to have you up here in the Lion's Den. I love you. I love you. I love you. Yes, I do. Now, come on. I want y'all to know that I'm out here, y'all. I'm out here. I'm a little bit of everywhere. I try to be effective in what we do. So listen, you can follow me. You can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Patreon, Twitter, Twitch, Anchor, Discord, and more, y'all. I'm telling you, we out here in these here streets. Please come on and check us out. Now, as we always like to say, we're doing something out here. We are definitely, I'm trying to get something going here and it doesn't want to cooperate with me, but that's okay. Let me see. Let me give a click of that. There we go. I want you all to don't just talk about change. I want you to be the change. Before we get there, let's get the mantra in here. I am all powerful in love. I don't have a spirit of intimidation. I don't have a spirit of fear. I've got power. I've got love. I've got a sound mind. That's the way that I roll, y'all. And as we say all the time, we're not just telling people we want change, but over here in the Lion's Den, this pride, Pride of Lions is relentless. You're gonna hear us roar. We're gonna be the change, and we understand it's us, you, me, we all, because we're doing this thing together, y'all. We really, really, really are. And so I appreciate every last one of you. There you go. I want to take that mantra and I want to say, I am whole. There are no gaps in my spirit, only a small opening for my breakthroughs. I am one with my entire journey. The present moment is the only moment my soul cares to exist in. I'm in pursuit of my self-evolution. Wherever I go, growth finds me. However I heal, abundance finds me. Whatever I do, a miracle finds me. I am the beacon of light my blessings are searching for. The longer I sit in the warmth of my glow, the easier it is for them to spot me. With gratitude, faith, and humility, I am the resolution to any change that's gonna come my way. I'm clear on that, y'all. I'm very clear. So as we move out in our boss energy on today, your blessings are looking for you. Your blessings are looking for you. They're looking for you, but they're looking for you to be you. Am I talking to anybody? I appreciate everybody that comes in the Lion's Den. You know, I always got to give it up. I love my mods, Shelly Thunder, Michelle Browno, the Rebel Inc. Thank you so much. And for our Chopper 452, thank you so much for following on today. To everybody that shared the stream, I'm still working on my credits. Everybody that shared the stream, I want to thank you. I want to thank you. To everybody that got on the poll, have a great day. Peace for your journey. Follow this raid train.